Hello final year student of class 10. In previous videos we were discussing the sectors, employable sector. So on the basis of term of employment there are two, organized and unorganized. Now on the basis of ownership there are three types of sectors. That is your private sector, public sector and joint sector. Now let's take it one by one. On the basis of ownership, keep it in mind, on the basis of ownership. So number one is your private sector. What is private sector? That is, this is are owned, controlled and managed by individual or by a group of individual like Tata, Iron Steel Company, Bajaj, Reliance, etc. These are the companies that you are familiar with it. These are your private sector because they private individual owned it, control it or manage it. Number two, public sector. It is a sector which is controlled, managed and owned by the government, either government of India or state governments. So, what example like Indian Railway, SBI, RBI, Indian Oil Corporation, BPCL, these kind of companies, these are coming in the public sector because the government control it, own it and control it. Next is the joint sector. This is a sector in which ownership, control and management are shared jointly by the government and private entrepreneur. Means it's a joint collaboration and the public at large. Like for example Maruti Udyog and Gujarat State Fertilizer, etc. These are your joint sector in which ownership are managed by both by government and private. So this is your joint sector. Next is your public-private partnership. That is what is PPP, public-private partnership. It is a long-term arrangement between the government. Remember it's an arrangement between the government and the private sector entity for the provision of public utilities and services. PPP requires private sector participation in public asset through money, technology and management. This is an agreement and an arrangement between the private and the government sector. For example, Delhi Metro, this is a PPP partnership. National highways, the toll plaza, national highways, these are maintained are come in the public-private partnership. So I think you have got it. On the basis of ownership, there are three types of sector. That is your private, public and joint sector. Now, one important thing is your disguised unemployment. Just see it. What is it? It is a situation under which people seems to be working but they are not fully employed, or we can say it is a situation where more workers are engaged than required. This is known as disguising unemployment because you cannot see it. Suppose for example in a farmland where 4 person are working and they are producing 10 quintals of wheat in a farmland. But suppose if you remove 2 person and only 2 person they are working, they can also produce the 10 quintal of wheat, same production. So in the absence of 2 person, still they can produce 10 quintals of wheat. So if you these two are disguised unemployment, means they could have done a different thing and could have earned from other sources because they don't see like this and they are working where they are not required. So this kind of unemployment, it seems to be that they are employed but actually they are not. So this kind of situation is known as disguised unemployment. So I think you have got it. Disguised unemployment, basically they are found in the agriculture areas, in agriculture field, rural areas. These are more prevalent. That is your disguised unemployment. So I think you have got it. Thank you student. Thank you very much.